What's up guys, Lombo has it here. I'm back with another video today. It's a little bit different from the card show content that I've been coming out with. Hope you guys have absolutely been enjoying it. I've been receiving some amazing feedback from you all, so thank you very much for that. We're going to be pumping out a ton of it next year. We got so many shows in Australia next year, so yeah, stay tuned for that, I guess. But this video is a little bit different. I just thought I'd kind of update you on how I got to where I am now, how it all started, give you a little bit of a background so you guys know where I've come from, how it happened, and yeah, maybe you can take something out of it and use it for yourself. So I kind of fell into cards. It's kind of a funny story. I actually fell into it. It wasn't something that I planned on doing. It wasn't something that I strived for growing up. It all started in October 2023. I actually found my old Pokemon collection when I was going through some boxes at my mum's place. Yeah, and I thought, oh, I wonder what these are worth. I wonder if these are worth anything. I wonder if there's a market for these. I don't know. I think they're pretty cool. Let me see. So I kind of looked them up on Facebook. I didn't realize that I could look it up on eBay or Card Ladder or any of the comp things. Just started looking on Facebook. I posted them on Facebook as a whole set. It was the whole base set. I had the Charizards, the Holos, pretty much every card, and it sold within 30 minutes. This guy came, picked it up from my door, paid me in cash, and I was like, yeah, right, what just happened? And as the guy was leaving, he was walking down my driveway, and I just yelled at him. I said, hey mate, what are you gonna do with these cards? I was shocked, right? I had no idea. I was like, why is this guy buying cards? He's like a 35-year-old man, and he literally just turned around and said, I'm just gonna sell them for more. I was like, huh, okay, all right, have a good day, mate. And yeah, I walked back inside with the biggest shocked face. I was just confused. I was like, did I just sell these way too cheap? What's going on here? There is do people actually buy these things? Maybe I'll look into it. So for the next few days, I actually just started doing my research. I started looking up Pokemon cards and what they're worth and how much I should have sold them for, and if I got kind of scammed myself out of a couple of $100 or whatever it was. And I ended up stumbling across sports cards, and I was like, oh, there's sports cards as well. I absolutely love sport, big sport player growing up, used to play high level cricket, and yeah, just absolutely love basketball, football, AFL, just all the sports. I'm a sport nut. So I was like, oh, okay, there's a sport market. And yeah, it turns out I started finished doing my Pokemon research, and turns out I didn't really scam myself at all. I probably was a little bit off, a bit cheap. That's why it sold so fast. But it kind of got me in thinking, can I do this with sports cards? And so I kind of turned the money that I sold the Pokemon cards for into a bundle of sports cards. I just bought them off eBay, and yeah, and just thought, oh, I wonder if I can make some money off these. And so I gave myself a goal. I put $500 towards cards over a couple of weeks, and they all started coming in the mail, and I was like, this is insane. These are just pieces of cardboard. I'm never ever going to be able to sell these back. I've just thrown away $500, and yeah, found a few more sport groups on Facebook, and was like, well, I'll take some nice photos of them, get some good lighting, and see how they go. And I was making I genuinely was putting them up for $2 more than I bought them for. If I bought a $5 card, I put it up for $6. If I, just to see if it worked. And yeah, that's how I started. I sold base cards for $1.50 if I got them for $1, things like that. And I just did that on repeat, and I turned that $500 into $600, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. And yeah, over time that grew and grew and grew, and 12 months later, from October 23 to 2024 in November, I went to my first ever Oz National show. I got invited by my good mate Kyle. He's in a lot of the videos that you've probably seen. That's Boop Collectibles. He's a great guy. He pretty much steered me in the right direction. He said, look, you've got a lot of ambition. you don't really know anything though. So, but come to the card show, see how you go. And like, if you like it, we can talk and we'll go from there. And I was like, all right, sounds good. Always love coming back to Melbourne. So I'm originally from Victoria, but moved to Queensland. So it was like, oh yeah, it's a good chance to go see my friends and sell some cardboard. So I went, the show was unbelievable. I was just blown away. It was my first ever card show. Never been to a card show before, had no idea what to expect. But literally my first show was my first show that I set up at. So it was a vendor there, sold a ton of cards. Like pretty much all the cards I brought with me sold, and I was just like, this is something else. This is insane. I like went home, and I was working as a site manager at the time. So large scale commercial construction, earning a ton of money. Just went, nah, I think I've got a future in cards, and I'm gonna do anything I can to make that a reality. And I literally just put every cent that I made into cards over the next like couple of months, right? And everything I made, like I didn't save a single cent. It just went straight back into cardboard, trying to get to to a point where I was like, all right, I think I can make this a reality and quit my job. Wasn't easy. I'd go home from work after a 12-hour day. I'd spend 5 hours comping cards, looking at cards, trying to buy cards, just have like negotiate with people, message people. People got so sick of me on Facebook, just messaging them saying, hey, I'll buy it at 80%, I'll buy it at 70%, give me a good deal, give me the best deal you can. I want to flip this card so bad. And yeah, and then a couple of months later, it was a reality. It was a full-time business. I turned $500 into 12 months into a full-time business, and now we're sitting here 1 year later, and Lombo Has It is officially 1 year old. It's a crazy world. This video is literally selling the 1 year anniversary of Lombo Has It as a full-time business. So I'm super happy about that. I'm super glad I can share that with you guys. And yeah, I'm stoked to be sitting here saying that it's literally gone from nothing to 100 in just over 2 years. And like, there's no reason why you guys can't do this either. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a little video, and I guess we'll talk about like how it happened more than just like a backstory, but that's a bit about me. Hopefully you guys get some insight onto where I've come from and how this has kind of happened. But yeah, it's been a wild ride, and we're only just beginning. I got some monster plans for 2026. Obviously the content's coming out. We're going to be filming at every show we go to, so videos are going to be popping up left, right, and center. I've got some big things planned with a couple of friends of mine. Hopefully some sport people can jump in and get involved. Interviews with them, streams with them. Just some really fun ideas. It's going to take me a long time to sort it all out, but yeah, big things are planned for 2026. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, I guess we'll just talk about kind of how I did it and what I looked for, and maybe you'll get something out of it, and maybe you won't. Maybe you would think, oh yeah, I'll just collect cards, and honestly, that's fine. Without collectors, I would never ever be able to do this. But if someone's out there going, oh, I want to make a few dollars, maybe that's the future career for me. Look, it's not easy. It's the hardest job I've ever had, and I've worked on some insane projects in construction. I was doing 12-hour days for 5 years straight, and this is way harder. Anyone that thinks it's easy, it's not. It's genuinely, it's a slug every day. You have to be comping cards, looking up cards. Like, you have to buy cards every day of your life. Like, if you don't buy a card on one day, the next day you're behind, you don't have enough inventory. It's crazy. It's a lot of work. Like, I'm sure my girlfriend's sick of me looking at my phone, talking. Like, I have like 700 unread messages on Facebook. Like, it's nuts, right? It's crazy, but it's fun. It is fun, and it's worth it. And obviously it's better than a normal 9 to 5. So no complaints here, but I'm just saying that it is a lot of work, and it's definitely not as easy as everyone thinks it is, or just looking out from the inside. Like, it is a shit ton of work, to put it lightly. So the biggest thing that I've learned over the last 12 months is relationships are absolutely everything. If you treat customers well, they'll come back. The people you deal with are the most important people. They're your customers. They supply your inventory, all that stuff. You just have to be like a person that people can approach, people can talk to. If they got questions, if you got time to answer them, help them out as much as you can. Yeah, it's just like the relationships you make are definitely the most important part of any business, and it's no different to this one. I am constantly talking to people about cards, what we can do for each other. Hey, I can get you this lot. Like maybe we can trade a couple of cards. If you're interested in this, I'm happy to help you out here. If you help me out there, like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type thing. But yeah, I genuinely think the most important thing to be successful in this industry is the relationships you make. Don't screw someone over a couple of bucks. It's not worth it. It's bad business. You don't want to do it. You'll get a bad name for yourself. I've put a card up and I've put it up for $300, and someone messaged me, said, "Oh, would you take 200?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, no worries." Like honestly, that's fine. Let's build this relationship. And then 5 minutes later, someone says, "Oh, sold. I'll buy it for 300." And as much as you want to take that extra $100 and to tell the other guy, "Oh, sorry, someone's paid more," you just can't. It's not something you should ever do. You have to give the deal to the first guy and just tell the other guy, "Sorry, mate, it's already sold." Like, they're the type of things that people overlook a lot, and it comes up a lot, and I see it every day. I see people going, "Oh, this guy, he tried to sell me a card and then he got offered more after he'd already agreed to it." It happens to me almost weekly, almost daily. Someone will message me. I'll be like, "Hey mate, send me your details. I want to buy the card." They'll be like, "Oh, sorry, I got offered more from it." I'm like, "Okay, I don't like," and then I just don't deal with them people again. So then they come back a couple of months later, "Hey, I got a ton of cards for you." I just say, "Sorry, I'm not interested." So number one thing, relationships. Keep your customers happy, keep your suppliers happy, keep everybody happy. It's a very small niche hobby. If you can make relationships, friends out of it, even better. Some of my best friends are in the hobby now. And yeah, it's a fun hobby. So like, it is literally a hobby. That's what it's for. People are there to collect, build their collection, and hopefully I can facilitate that. But yeah, just keep that in mind. Relationships are way more important than the couple of dollars profit that you make or might have made if you just waited a little bit extra. But yeah, I guess that's the number one tip that I can give to you guys is make sure you're an honest person. You're up front. You don't have to tell people what you paid for a card necessarily, but like, give them if you are making money and they're happy, they'll come back to you. Like, you take that small profit over a large profit that they're not happy with later on, if that makes sense. So I kind of live by that from the start. I'm very happy to move cards as quick as I possibly can, as long as I'm making something. Turnover is everything. Don't sit on a card if you can't sell it. That is my number one thing. I never ever sit on a card. Like, if I have a card that I don't believe in, whether it's a $5 card, a $10 card, or a $1,000 card, if I can't move it for a little bit of profit, I'll sell it for what I bought it for and move that money into something else that will move a lot quicker. That is where I think I stand out from the next guy. I don't wait for that card to sell for that $5, $10 profit. Like, if I sit on it long enough and I go, "All right, I can't move this. I've tried my best. I've messaged as many people I know that collect this person and it hasn't sold," just move it on. Reinvest that money somewhere else and you'll win on the next deal. I guarantee it. So just be open-minded about where the market is and what your cards are. Definitely don't overvalue your cards. That is one thing I've definitely learned myself. When I started, I'd buy a $100 card and I genuinely thought it was a $200 card. "Oh, I got to sell this card for $200. No, you don't need to. You can make 10, 15, 20 bucks off the card, move it on to the next one. Then you can buy a $120 card. Like, if you compound that little profit, it moves so much faster than if you just sit there and wait for someone to pay you that $100 or the $200 for the $100 card. It is so much harder to do it that way. So if you get a quick flip, perfect. That is genuinely how I did it. I never ever make massive amounts off the cards I buy. I just move them so fast, and that's how it works. So I guess that's a little bit of an insight on how I do it. So I think that'll about do it for this video. It's been a long video. Thank you so much for sticking to the end if you have. If you have any questions, just drop a comment down below. I'll answer any of your questions that you ask about the hobby, about the business side of things, whatever you ask, I'll answer. So drop a comment down below, that'd be great. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks again.